Installing the worn Zeon winch into an ARB bull bar bumper. This video will guide you in installing the Zeon winch to an ARB bumper and mounting the control box remotely to the top surface of the bumper. In addition to watching this video, we recommend you read all product literature that came with your winch before installing the product. ARB offers bull bars for a variety of vehicles. We are fitting this bumper into a Nissan Xterra. Follow the ARB installation instructions for your vehicle prior to doing any modifications to your winch. Remove the control pack from the winch. Remove the top bus bar cover by unscrewing the fastener holding it in place. Remove the 3 motor terminal nuts that secure the bus bar to the motor. Retain all the hardware for future step. Disconnect the ground cable on the underside of the winch. Make sure the small black wire that connects to the control pack is disconnected and hanging freely. Remove the 4 flathead torque screws located on the underside of the tie plate. Note, winch rope will need to be spooled out. Gently lift the control pack off of the tie plate and set aside to be further disassembled. Rotating the winch gear housing and clutch lever. Before mounting the worn winch, the short relocation kit will need to be installed and the winch gear housing will need to be rotated to allow access to the clutch lever. Place the winch on the motor end with the gear housing facing up. Remove the 5 torque screws from the gear housing. Gently lift the gear housing, making sure the gasket is not damaged. Then rotate the housing 144 degrees, or 2 bolt holes, counterclockwise. Align the gasket and reinstall the torque screws. Installing the relocation kit to the control box. You will need the Zeon control box relocation kit, worn part number 89970. Familiarize yourself with the relocation kit's components: 31-inch cable assembly, clutch wire harness extension, mounting bracket, 31-inch ground extension, nuts, washers, screws, and butt splice. Disassemble the control pack by removing the 4 flathead torque screws. Gently lift the control pack cover off of the contactor plate assembly. This cover will be reinstalled. Remove terminal nuts and lock washers securing the 3 bus bars to the contactor. Set aside terminal nuts and lock washers, as they will be used later on. Bus bars will not be used for new installation. Loosen the 2 flathead torque screws securing the contactor to the contactor plate. Only loosen at this time, do not remove. Using the terminal nuts and lock washers removed in the previous step, connect the labeled cables to the corresponding contactor terminal. Refer to the chart in the written instructions. Torque nuts. Tighten the 2 flathead torque screws and nuts used to secure the contactor to the contactor plate. Once the cables have been installed, reinstall the cover using the 4 screws previously removed. Use the supplied butt splice connector and the black extension wire to lengthen the contactor ground wire. Mount the control pack bracket to the control pack. Install the winch into the bumper. Slide the 4 acorn nuts into the feet of the winch. Place the winch onto the bumper and align the mounting holes with the winch. Attach the winch negative battery cable and the control pack ground wire to the winch motor ground bolt. Thread the upper 2 bolts through the bumpers and into the feet of the winch. Torque these 2 bolts. Attach the motor cables to the winch motor. Connect the control pack to the top of the ARB bumper. Install the winch fairly to the lower mounting holes following the instructions included with the ARB bumper. Final installation steps. Install the bumper and winch assembly to the vehicle. Route the battery cables from the winch to the vehicle's battery. Zip tie and secure electrical cables. Attach the winch battery cables to the vehicle's battery terminals. With the clutch engaged, power in the winch rope while making sure the drum is turning in the proper direction. Once you have confirmed the winch rope is winding in the correct direction, continue to power in the rest of the winch rope. Follow instructions to properly stretch your rope. Installation is now complete.